scenes surrounding Washington Grizzlies Stadium for this matchup between the South Dakota State Jackrabbits, 9-4 on the year, and the Montana Grizzlies before they run a play. Mason was moving back and fortunate not to get a false start there. He delivers a strike to his tight end, Coleman Kuntz. Just the 7th catch of the year for Kuntz. Micah Harp and Julius Lawfridge off the right hip of Chase Mason. They'll give it to Lawfridge for the first time today. He'll go close to 5 yards out to the 30, brought down by Peyton Wing. First team all-conference player in the Big Chains. This crowd in full throat early. Mason with time, dumps it over the middle. That's complete. That is a first down. And Alex, 37, Jackrabbits 9-4 on the year. Lawfridge stacked up at the line and dropped for a loss. Solomon Tuliaupupu with the tackle for right now. 2nd and 13. Mason, pressure coming, lets it go sidearm, and it's intercepted. Taken away by T.J. Roush. That's his 3rd interception of the year, a diving effort just across midfield.
A good player down the field.
Now it's Gilman in motion. They fake it to him. Ayat dumps it out on a crossing route. On the catch, Ian Finch. Beg your pardon, that's Michael Wortham on the catch. And a number. Mason Brousseau normally wears 95. He is out today. Swing pass to the outside. It's Wortham. They want the ball in his hands, and that is why. Good speed in the open field for another Grizz first down. Opening possession after the interception. Fake it to Gilman, this time to the air. On the catch, Blake Bohannon breaks a tackle. He gets inside the 5-yard line, dropped it finally by Kobe Brown. Rocker Jr. comes in, the 5th-year senior from Tucson. To the air, stacked up at the line and short of the end zone. That was Josh Gale with his 13th catch of the year. Watch 84, he's lined up at the H-back on the right. See if they can get behind him. Stacked up and dropped. And the Jackrabbit defense stands tall. It was 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. 4 plays and no points for the Grizz. Time. And across the middle. What a catch in the open field. And now a chance for a massive play. That's Graham Goring trying to take it the distance. A touchdown, 95 yards. Chase Mason on the money to Graham Goring for the touchdown.
Yards for a touchdown.
Eli Stater on to try the extra point. Splits the uprights, and it's the Jackrabbits that strike first. It's the 11th all-time Mason for Ayat. And he goes right back to the air. That's Brooks Davis on the catch. Breaks a tackle and races up the sideline. He's shoved out of bounds at midfield. Of Ayat. Davis is the motion man. Ayat with time, steps up, and now he'll just flip it down the field. He's got a wide open receiver. That's Stevie Rocker Jr. Snuck out of the backfield, a touchdown, an answer for the Grizz.
We're gonna give up a big pass. If you play back to the pass, Ayat's gonna scramble. That's a big play and another big moment as the extra point hits the upright.
Would you believe that is the 2nd missed extra point? Chase Mason making it happen with his feet there. Slides across the 45. That's where started his slide. Quick pass. That is blocked on the catch. Alex Block, the grad transfer from Nebraska. Mason, deep ball. And it's hauled in by Alex Bullock. Went up and got it at its highest point. Straight line movement. Give is to Johnson. Picks his way inside the 5-yard line and trying to drive the pile down toward the goal line. Here is Chase Mason behind center. Quarterback sneak straight ahead. Didn't need much. That should be enough for the first down. They're going to mark him inside the 2. Chase Mason backfield. Josiah Johnson is the deep back. Ball out on the ground, picked up by Mason, and he's just going to fall forward into the end zone for a rushing touchdown near disaster turns into a score for the Jackrabbits. Valley with a win over North Dakota. And then last week in the first round of the playoffs, 41-3 over New Hampshire in the return of Chase Mason.
He is not letting go.
Beg your pardon, not the 22, the 17. Quick pass, wide open, out on the outside. Brooks Davis. Davis has had an outstanding freshman Evie rocker in the game. Wortham is the motion man. Ayat looking to throw, and it's complete out to midfield. On the catch that time is Corbin Hendricks. His
big open receiver because he was around there and taking so much attention.
There's Wortham at quarterback, and he hands it off to Monty Gilman, who gets to the outside. Ayat back in, and he hands it off to Gilman. Gilman, look at that run after contact. He's going to be shoved out of bounds just short of the first down. Now it's Finch motioning across the formation and back again. They give it to Gilman. He's trying to get to the outside. Gilman to the 20. Gilman to the 10, and he's dropped inside the 10-yard line.
This is the weird stuff that you can do when bringing your quarterback out.
Takes the handoff, and now Wortham tries to cut it back inside. Jackrabbits kind of set the edge there. So Ayat back in, 3rd and goal. Steps up, or tries to at least, but he is surrounded by white jerseys. You had 50 and 51 there. Logan Green
comes on.
Joe Silver will try the field goal. 36-yard effort is through the uprights, and that makes it a 5-point game. 14-9, Jackrabbits in 24. Showing pressure from the outside. Picked up the blitz. Now Mason going to take off. He's got a long way to go. He's hit and dropped at the 34, well short of the first down. Needed to get it out to Wortham is the motion man. Ayat looking to throw.
Oh, I'm not. I feel you.
And he's got Wortham on the far sideline. A big chunk play there. Jordan, you've watched.
The defense has been stymieing the red zone so far today.
Ayat with Gilman to his left. Gilman bounces it out to the right side. Kind of gave a different look because you had Schaefer blocking to the left side. And
piece.
3rd time today the Grizz have had it inside the 10-yard line, and this time they cash it in with a touchdown. Eli Gilman with his 18th rushing touchdown of the season.
Hey, your mate there up in the booth, the former running back.
On the formation here. They snap it out to the wide side, going for 2. That was Brooks Davis trying to pick his way into the end zone. We get a cannon shot, even though they didn't get the 2. Her team. Now Chase Mason in the offense from the 25. He's rolling, and he's got some room, and he throws a strike to Alex Bullock. The arm strength on full display right there from the football. Actually started out at Nebraska as a baseball player. Did that for a semester and then said, nah, football's going to be it. And he came to Brookings. Scores on their last couple of possessions, a field goal and then a touchdown. Complete to Blake Bohannon on first down. Quick throw and catch for
timing and ball placement.
Ayat just 2 incompletions today. He's 13 of 15. Gilman trying to spin in the hole. Somebody had a hold of his jersey and wouldn't let go. Logan Green going to get credit with the tackle and bring up a 3rd down. The ball there. But a big penalty against South Dakota State. And now Gilman goes to work. He's shifty in the hole, and he picks up 4 on first down.
I love his pace. He's
on the ground to start this drive. It's Josiah Johnson with a good run. Still got his feet going out across the 30. Brought down by T.J. Roush at the end. Jacks. Mason with time. Quick throw and a good open field tackle. That was complete to Jack Smith. He is dropped immediately in Montana.
Even though it was a risk.
Ian Finch had the block. Now a quick pass to the outside. Bohannon. Short gain, and the clock will roll. Dodderman with the tackle.
Yeah, Dodderman do it.
River Montana will get the ball to start the second half. This is complete to Wortham. He gets a block, trying to get to the outside. Wortham inside the 40-yard line. He is electric in the open.
More time. They don't have to rush anymore.
From the 38, Ayat over the middle of the field. That is complete. Down to the 25-yard line. Another catch for Blake Bowman. Ayat with time, throws complete. That's inside the 15, and on the catch, Brooks Davis. He was the man that came in motion across the formation. Montana now in a spot where they're playing, trying to go 2 for 1. This one incomplete toward Rocker, just kind of floated out that time by Ayat. 20 seconds until halftime. Ayat from the pistol, fakes it to Rocker, takes a shot toward the end zone, incomplete, but a flag comes in. Probably a touchdown-saving hold on the...
You think the Graham Harrell offense, but it's a defensive team.
Ayat throws, touchdown! He gets it to Rocker, slipped out of the backfield. Ayat looked the other way, fired it back to his left. Montana executes.
Point.
Silver with the extra point, the cannon blast, and it's an 8-point lead for the Grizz.
Is their own 35. Montana, big advantage in special teams so far.
Ayat hands it off to Gilman on first down. Scampers around and gains a couple. Austin Ripperda brought him down. Got the week off after 12 straight weeks. It was a team that needed a little time to rest. Good move in the open field by Wortham as he cuts it back to the inside, takes it across the 45 for a first down. Mason gets the snap, takes a shot, and it's incomplete. Some hand fighting down the field, trying to get that to Alex Balak. The top, that was Micah Harper in coverage. Third down. Mason over the middle. He's got a tight end wide open on the catch. That time, Grayton Gannon out across the 40 to the 42. The last third down for South Dakota State. Mason goes back over the middle. It's Gannon again for another first down.
That's why that kid is on the field with the mascot of the Grizz in a truck driven by Santa. The real sentence that I just said.
Gilman gets to the outside. What a patient run. Wrestled out of bounds at the 40
side. He's just a very smart football player.
Gain of 18 there by Gilman. He gets a break, and Malai Fanoti into the game. Carries it on first down. Gilman now over 100 yards, 17.
So far, they're on pace for it.
Wortham, another guy where they want to make sure that they get the ball in his hands. This is Fanoti again. He runs for a first down, is brought down by Jaden Oliver.
He allows the back to pick and choose where he wants to go. And offensive line and tight ends did an awesome job so far.
To the air, that's complete to Drew Deck. Montana came into this game. This defense had a big goal-to-go stop early in the first half on fourth down. Deck again.
Wortham in some funky situations.
Wortham in the slot, empty backfield. Ayat one-on-one outside. Touchdown Grizz. Drew Deck with his third touchdown catch of the season. Of the game. Has been good since, has a field goal. Ooh, and he slipped that one in the right upright. 15-point lead for Montana. South Dakota State. Mason on the give out across the 35. That is a hard 2 yards with a first down for Josiah Johnson. It is loud inside Washington Grizzly. Mason, third down throw through the hands of Goring. Keon Loud was there in coverage and knotted at 24. Here is Gilman. He's got some room, makes a man miss in the open field and picks up another 8 yards or so after the missed tackle. That's a first down. Flight that took a little longer than you planned.
7-hour flight from Denver through Bozeman.
Ayat buying time, throws. What a nice grab by Brooks Davis. Ayat with a little bit of time, sliding.
Conversion on third down.
blocker on the carry, and he is met. Big number 91, Jay Syfor with back in alongside Ayat. Ayat to the air. Completes it to Wortham. That is a first down with a little move. Made a man miss, got an extra yard or two, and then we'll move the chains.
Behind, but it's so hard to legislate. I really like that they've allowed that to happen so these Strums can move the ball.
Ayat down the middle of the field. Touchdown! Wortham with the catch. And the Grizz are now feeling it here in Missoula.
Potentially 36-14. They've got to score 22 points in 13 minutes. And they also have to hold an offense that had 480 yards to not scoring. This is an out in the season.
Mason lets it fly. He's got a man, turned him around, hauled it in. What a catch for Alex Bullock. Deep. Mason looks toward the end zone, fires, it's Goring, incomplete, knocked away at the very end. Outside the 10. Jackson get a first down without a touchdown. That ball is complete. That's Sammy Dressy with his first catch of the game, just his 5th catch of the year. Hey. 3 receivers, bottom of the formation. Mason fires, complete to Goring. If he didn't get in, he did get a first down. Mason. Mason straight ahead, reaches the ball out. No signal yet. There it is. Well, now a touchdown. Touchdown signal. Sorry for the anticlimactic call there. Second rushing touchdown of the day for Mason. He's looking back to the left. He's got an eligible man wide open. That is John Pica. They changed his jersey to work its way down. They flip it to Davis. Brooks Davis going to be able to run for the first down. Fake. Ayat looking to go to the air. He completes it to Bohannon, who works to the inside. He gets inside the 15. That is down close to a first down. Ayat, the motion man is Schaefer. They give it to Gilman. Not going to get a stop this time. Gilman fights his way down to the 11. First down, Montana. 5 minutes to play. Ayat fakes the throw, hands it off behind his back. Gilman with the exclamation mark into the end zone for the Grizz.
Offensive player of the year in the Big Sky to get it back to a 3-score lead with 3 touchdowns. Montana and Eli. It went from Heisman difficulty to All-American forever difficulty.
To the air, that's complete to Goring. Graham Goring's had a nice day today for South Dakota State. And a 15 there. Mason back to the air. This time he goes to his tight end. Is that Gannon? Grayton Gannon on the
Like that big right arm.
third down play. Pressure coming up the middle. Mason rolling to his left, flips it back across his body, and Isaiah Garcia Castaneda hauls it in
for a first down. Incredible talent.
Mason stands in, lets this one fly. He's got a wide open receiver. That's Garcia Castaneda hauling it in again inside the 5-yard line. On the ground toward the corner, that's James Basinger into the end zone for a touchdown. South Dakota State scores quickly. There's a player down. So the extra point is good. And that makes it a 14-point game. But to
stop on this set of downs. If they don't, the game is over.
Flag comes in at the end of the play on Gilman, a backup quarterback. Malai Fanoti in the backfield, but it's Wortham, and he will try to slide down inbounds, had his feet go out from Wortham keeps it, trying to get to the outside. Spins away from tackler, still on his feet. And they'll push him across the 5. It's a first down.
Some guys who hadn't played as much on the game.
Jensen hands it to Finotti. Finotti into the end zone. Touchdown, Montana. An extra point away from 100.
And that you're going to come to Missoula, you're going to have to beat us, and we're going to beat you at your own game. Now, does that touchdown mean anything to anybody other than Finotti? No. But that's a great risky run.
Mason intercepted. Taken away by Tarahidi Wolf. There is. Played that game here in Missoula a couple of weeks ago. If you get to a semifinal where it's Montana and Montana State, it would be in Bozeman.
That game was so
50-29 going to be the final score. Montana with the win now 12.